Hey there folks, and welcome back to Ghostmaster Resurrection! In this episode, I'm going to be covering the last part of the Act 2, and then the start of Act 3. Starting with the Blair Wisp Project.
The Darkling requires more lost souls in order to be freed. On a commission from the university, 3 foolish filmmakers have entered the forest in search of a legend driven by greed. Lead them to the cabin and get them to perform the summoning ritual again. The Darkling will soon be ours to command.
Yep, so for this one, you need to do a puzzle to get these people over to the Darkling at the end of it. You also got 2 ghosts you also have to get in the process, so you make sure to get those ones as well on top of it. Now for the ghosts you need here, you need at least a fire ghost, and because since we got Harriet, it's going to be really easy to do Firetail's thing, I should say. We also need a Weather Witch for wind effect, and then also we need a Earth Tremor for the break down the tree. You'll see a tree and eventually here. And you won't realize that which tree it is to break it down sometimes. And that. Oh yeah, you also need Blue Merge for the intrigue, and then also the guy in the bucket for the unearthly calm, let's say. And you got Bonsai too for extra measuring because you just want to scare some bitches at the end of it. Oh wait, yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I need to hear you. It's like wait a second. Yeah, you do need that extra plasm, so make sure to have like 2 earthquake users just for the extra plasm just in case. Even though you already got like 300 for the start, because they make sure to give you a lot for this occasion. But as you can see here, we got Blair Wisp
3
here.
centuries hence, this foolish wisp cruelly wronged a powerful witch. My fate was sealed. I was cursed to the worst punishment a wisp can befall, to never be seen by mortal eyes. Imprisoned within a ring of trees, I can only be freed once the curse has been denied.
Yeah, so as you can see, he's covered in a thick fog, so we need to use wind or any kind of gust mode to take that out at the end of the day. And we also have Sparks here, which I'm surprised people are surrounding him right now.
If thou can hear
Easy
me,
don't.
I am known as Sparkle, a spirit of flame.
So Sparkle.
This campfire was to be but a brief dalliance, but as soft convection roasted above me, I fell into restful sleep. When I awoke, the fire had burnt down to naught. I implore thee, reignite it that I may leave. Your kindness would be repaid.
But yeah, you would think that he would have bonfire and able to lit himself, but no, you need to have Firetail. But the problem is, like, as you can see here, you don't have any means to be attached to anything as a fire type, so you need to figure out a way to do that. So in order to do that, you just go get a present and bonfire. I will say the other way is to have them light the campfire, which I'm surprised they didn't, but then again.
Oh, I was so cold and sad. Thank you for your aid. I'll help however I can.
But yeah, that is a so much easier way to deal with Sparkle at the end of it. Because yeah, I will say the other way is have them light the campfire, but good luck on that. It's a very random chance, and I'm pretty sure that bonfire is the real intentional way to do that. We also have the Darkling here, he's just sitting here.
Bring me more souls, more delicate morsels to sate the cyclopean appetite of the Darkling. Such tiny minds must be easy to hurt. Upon reaching this place, they shall leave nevermore.
What's funny part is I think you could technically use him, but I would not recommend use him at all right now. If anything, I think he has intrigue though. I guess I should have realized that, because yeah, there's gonna be a point where you're gonna see me just stuttered a bit because I realized, oh wait, I don't have someone to call, because as you can see my character list here, I don't have anyone who does calling for that. Which, yeah, here's a weird thing. For, like, some ghosts, like, example, just to show this for, like, well, technically Boo or Quiver, for example, they can't be tied to the present. Weather Witch or any Thoroughfare fetter cannot be attached to it either. No, at best, you can have someone of a murder intention or anyone else of a different intention other than Thoroughfare and then or not outside, but inside and outside. Which I think is because they technically move, although Thoroughfare is an exception to that because they don't move. You know, it feels like I think they should be moving. So I sometimes wonder about that. So it's just kind of weird touch on that. Alright, so now oh, okay, it's fingers. I was gonna keep saying the guy in the bucket. Now, for the guy in the bucket, as you see, they grabbed that present. That present is gonna be very important. To on top of it. More reason to have the present. Because without the present, you can't get this ghost otherwise, I don't think. Unless by sheer luck. Because, yeah, as you can see, we blow away the wind, so now we have to figure out a way to call them over to the Blair Wisp. As that goes. Yeah, the Blair Wisp, I didn't think it was just a skull with a spinal foretell, but alright. I didn't think that was the case. I figured it was a lot scarier than that, especially with the modern actions that have been happening and stuff. But then again, I think that's more the Blair Witch than Blair Wisp, though. It's weird, it's weird. Yeah, so basically I'm just waiting for a perfect timing to do this occasion where you have fingers and then use Unearthly Calm, and the reason why, you need them to get through the water. And that water is apparently very treacherous. They won't have the gall to do it on normal, and even if they did, they get affected by terror or belief instantly by the time they touch that. So try to do this as quick as you can and as timeful as you can be. So that way you can get them to cross over. Then, basically, once they get over here, you can use Blair Wisp to show himself in front of these people at the end of it. And that's basically it that you need to do. Because yeah, he has strange vision and hypnotic image. Hypnotic image is going to be really useful.
I had
I love
forgotten
the
the
animation,
pleasure.
God. Just
So
stands there in voice.
really. And now my curse is lifted. I am indebted to you.
Yeah, so thus we have Blair Wisp. But yeah, Blair Wisp, he's just outside. He can go anywhere as he pleases. Which, not gonna lie, that technically makes him probably the best attention kind of ghost. But as you can see, the Unearthly Calm has weared off, and now they're scared, as it goes. So they're going to be heading back over there. So basically, now we have to do another combo of that. Because sadly, I didn't got the cooldown thing unlocked. I should have got unlocked by then, but I forgot to. Which is kind of weird. They're also stuck in place there for a good second, and then now they're finally walking back. I was like, oh, okay. Like, what the heck's going on here? Yeah, so basically, we now have to do that again, eventually. At some point. Well, we just keep Weather Witch gussing that, because otherwise the fog will rebuild back up if you get rid of the Guster at the end of it. Yeah, so now we just gotta wait till the obsession is ready to go again, and then we just repeat process. Because yeah, now we need to get them to cross over not only the island to the other side, and once we get them over to the other side, then we have a thing to break, so to say. Because remember that tree I mentioned, for example? But first give them a gift once again, that we finish that, because I will say, those gifts do have a time. And when they go, they go. This thing goes. Alright, so now we call them over. We use Unearthly Calm. This Unearthly Calm lasts for a good while. It's just, I think because I caused some terror into them, it takes that effect off. Because the Unearthly Calm, basically what it does is, I think lowers their terror over time. But I think if you cause any scare contact to them, it wears off instantly. I believe. I believe that's what happened there. Otherwise, it's just time. It just has a very strict time base that you have to like race to the finish. So it's kind of feeling. Yep. So now we just get them over here, and once we get them over here, then we stop Blue Murder from doing that, and then bench her. Cause I don't know why. I don't know why I was so. Well, I could just hit triangle, but you know. Hit on image, so we can call them over here before they run back, because yeah, they will run back quick. So now we call them over here, and then I just remember something. I was like, oh yeah, I need to do this real quick. So use bonsai for trimmer or stonewall. So we knock that tree over, and there we go. Now we just have to wait here, and the best part is we have to call again at some point here, because now they don't want to go over the tree, because this is how stubborn it is. Because yeah, I will say, if you do not know the know-hows for this, you're gonna have a this 16-minute level is gonna be an hour to you if you do not know what the heck you're doing. And I know this because I watched someone who suffered through this. I will say the strategy I did is something I discovered in return. But yeah. I realized there was like a real much easier way about things. Yep, so, and then I just realized, oh yeah, Siren's, oh wait, yeah, she's still fair. Like, wait, okay, so, we call them over here for the time being, because otherwise they're just gonna walk all the way back that way, which you don't want them doing that. Otherwise you just did that for nothing. Oh yeah, and get rid of stupid bees, because yeah, by the way, the bees are back on the bathroom stall back at the old cabin. Because yeah, we're going all the way back to there, we just have the, now have the expansion of the other area on that part. Which makes me wonder about the randomizer for this level. Yeah, I gotta say, I've never done the randomizer for this level. I probably will do an episode dedicated to like each of the randomizers. As long as it doesn't randomize the level for me. I'll just do it in order, like start from the house on down. Just see if there's like any differences or anything to it. Cause yeah, I've never done a full terror run there, I would say. Yeah, I'll do Unearth Recon because I think they won't cross that. And yeah, currently he's not working, so okay, so I guess Obsession it is. Yeah, considering there is a tree over here, so I'll use that. Because luckily Obsession hit the screen nukes. As you can see, just the circle just span all out, and so. And thus they go. To the adventure they go. Yeah, then we still have Bruce Elm there, just still knocked out from the last time. Because yeah, for some reason, there's one person knocked out, not the other two. Which I'm not sure why on that. That's a weird direction. Or there's something that happened. Who knows? It's very weird. Then again, I'm also like, I think I'm kind of stupid about this because I think you can use the Darkwing's Obsession for this because I think he has Obsession. Or you can't use them at all yet. I can't recall. It's very weird. Alright, so now we basically just have to wait until they go in at the end of the day. Which, let's do a little jump cut, shall we? Oh yeah, I might as well show you that. Okay. Now, after about a minute wait, which yeah, it took about a minute just for them to... Oh, there's something down here. Let's go check down here, shall we? Because eventually they finally go down there and see the book on the chair, so to say. And then this weird video reel and everything else. Because yeah, I never understand... Then again, it doesn't help that there's also a mirror there too. Which, why is there a mirror there? Because I don't remember a mirror being there either, compared to the OG. Alright, so now we're just waiting for one guy here. Or girl. No, guy. Yeah, there's one girl, there's two guys. And thus, they strangely do the ritual, which I don't understand why, but proceed, I guess. This I never understand, but okay. And thus, their souls are taken. However, little that we know that we were tricked by the professor, no less. Because yeah, somehow the professor not only put traps, but he was here this whole freaking time as well.
Once we have found where the Darkling has been
As
taken.
he laughs at our humility. So yeah, we'll be definitely getting him back for sure. Yeah, in other words, we technically do not have the Darkling in that case, sadly. But as a result, though, we now are into Act 3. This is where it gets a little less knowledge in my brain, but also a lot more crazier to say. Because then we have the Deathly Hollows. But yeah, you can guess what I meant when I mean the Deathly Hollows. But first, a quick trip to the Ghoul Room, because we need to power up Weather Witch for this occasion too, on top of that, I will say in advance. So yeah, make sure to have Typhoon for one thing, because yeah, you're gonna need like a high wind move in try to figure out here if there's like anything else. I think you just need a Typhoon really. Yeah, because yeah, the Aura Read, which yeah, Aura Read's pretty good, I guess. Because yeah, you can do Siren Call and Aura Read them. And then you got Rain, which yeah, Rain might be pretty good. And then another thing in the future I'm gonna mention too, because I might as well mention this, because yeah, I already kind of screwed up on the first run of this, because I realized that you need to have Rain Dancer with Gore, so I'm gonna say that in advance. Okay. Let us say we get Ethereal Refresh, and then there's Summon there too, but you can't get that unless you get the 4 though. And also, look how many pumpkins you need for that. I gotta say, with this whole pumpkin currency, if they want people to use this a lot more, they need to lessen the cost of it. Just a bit of that. Not a whole lot. But I would say lower the pumpkins amount by a good margin when it comes to that. But here to say we're going to Spooky Hollow. Spooky Hollow. Spooky Hollow. That's not Deathly Hollow. But yeah, it's based on Deathly Hollow.
Spirits to add to our forces, and Headless Horsemen are one of the rarest haunters. After all, how often does a person on a horse lose their head? We have discovered that there is a conspiracy afoot to develop Spooky Hollow, one involving the summoning of a Headless Horseman known as the Dragoon. Your task is to find the conspirator, expose them to their fellow mortals, and find a way to recruit the Dragoon so that we may use it to punish the mortals who foolishly believe they can dabble in our affairs without fear of the consequences.
Yeah, so for this one's very unique. It is also technically a puzzle like Act 3, but this one's a little different, I'll say. Because we have a guy who is constantly summoning this Dragoon to go around and terrorize the people of this area at the end of the day. So your goal is to somehow bring people's attention to the guy at the windmill at the end of the day. That's the main goal. The other goals is you need to have Weather Witch for Typhoon, and you need to have Rain Dancer with Gore. Because we're gonna need that for a certain ghost too. Oh yeah, we also need Earthquake too, because Earthquake is actually gonna be useful for this occasion, as we got a ghost in the shack, so say. He wants us to break that shack. So basically, my saying to this is to have Harriet for the present, because yeah, you're gonna need a present for this. Or not, maybe not. Actually, you know what? She's just there for scary factors. Couldn't think of it. But other to say, you need to have Blair Wisp for the Hypnotic Image, because you need to bring someone's attention over here. Because I will say Hypnotic Image is pretty good for bringing anyone. Because as you can see, we have one right there. And then we gotta get to this specific NPC to look at the window. And then once they see what he's doing, then the event happens. But for now, we just gotta bring everyone's attention to this guy. And that's basically all you have to do. I think in the future, what I concern this guy here, I think I'm forgetting something too. I think you need to have rain too to happen. Cause yeah, you can't summon ghosts inside the windmill because he has a spectral barrier that prevents ghosts from being spawned in there at the end of it. You can still hit him with like out of reach stuff like earthquakes and stuff, so to say on that. But the thing is though, we need to have people to see the evidence at the end of it. Or what's going on here at the end of it. And then we got a little girl looking at it, but most importantly is getting this farmer guy here. Cause yeah, we got like, there's like an old man and a farmer guy you can get for this case to check the window. Once they check the window, you basically got this guy caught at the end of it. But yeah, gonna go ahead and use Ether Refresh because I don't want to wait at all for this. But let's see here. But yeah, some cases they just look at the window. Another case here, once we get the right person, because yeah, there's like certain people that will do it at the end of it. Yeah, I got the dragoon causing terror, because yeah, as you can see, our plasma's skyrocketing too as a result of him terrorizing, because technically, on our behalf, we are getting that plasma in return and stuff. I will note that this level went through heck of a revision back in the OG days, because apparently this level was supposed to be a case where we were supposed to go against another Ghost Master. There was going to be a duel, so to say, where you basically who can cause the most terror within the instance. Which, not gonna lie, they need to do that in the future. If there is a way to do that, I would like them to see them do that, because that would be kind of interesting for like a score attack or something, where you just go against another Ghost Master or something. But yeah, we found the right NPC for this occasion, which is this it's actually an old guy. I think technically a reused model come back with it because he looks familiar. You look familiar. But maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, so basically he told him to get the frick out of this land at the end of the day because yeah, this guy was trying to scare the people out so that way he could turn around and buy this land in return for business purposes. So they basically told him to get the frick out. And he's taking that skull and now going to bury that skull as a blessing to Dragoon, so that way Dragoon can join to our side at the end of the day. Because yeah, he's a Civil War headless horseman. This yeah. So now we got this Scarecrow one too, and thus the skull is placed into the grave, so thus Dragoon is saved. Now he basically wants to scare the crap out of what was once his owner, because I will say he bends to anyone who has a skull at the end of the day. Kind of headless horseman's kind of motto at the end of the day too.
And let him
On
suffer
that one, think about it.
twicefold the fear of his own victims.
Yep, thus we have the headless horseman that is Dragoon. Yep, so basically now I'm gonna do this whole rain thing, but then I realized something. I don't have a gore user. I was like, oh, shit. And yeah, of course he doesn't have gore. He basically does. He's basically like Buck, but he's just all outside though. So technically, we're just probably not even going to use that one at all. Because, like I said, why have that when you can have Buck, who does both, by the way? And I hate to say that too, because technically, yeah, a dog is technically more vicious than a spider and a scarecrow. Oh yeah, and then some reason cutscene over there, I don't know why. But anyways, we'll just earthquake the shack because basically Black Crow,
How may I repay your kindness?
a tribal Indian, has been buried in that secret land there, but then the shack was placed on top of it as a result. And stuff. Yep, so basically I now have to retry here because I realized I need to go get gore, so crap. Alright, now to show that you can do it with a different NPC, as we got this guy to do it instead of the one old guy, so to say. So yeah, I'm gonna guess it's random because I'm pretty sure I had this guy at this window before he didn't do it. So I don't know what really causes that. It's really weird. Yeah, he's gonna be the same case here where he's gonna say get off our freaking land as he goes to get the skull and stuff. Because yeah, you seen what he was doing there. Basically preaching to the dragon to terrorize everyone across this land at the end of the day. And yeah, he's pissed off too because why the heck do you have the dragon's skull at the end of the day? Yep, so now to do the ghost once again. But yeah, I'll just read what Black Crow has to say.
My tribe roamed this land hundreds of years ago. They called me Black Crow, their guardian, the strongest hunter. Then the outsiders came. They slew my kin, buried me in my own land, then built a wooden dwelling above my body. This land must be returned to the wild, as it was when I was alive, for my people and for the land.
Yeah, so, and thus he's buried once again, so thus we have the dragon once more.
My tired corpse.
But yeah, no matter what, you have to. Oh wait, no, you can technically hit
Now
circle.
turn me upon my
Yeah, let's skip the
erstwhile
cutscene if you really want to, but I might as well just show it again,
and let him
just in case.
suffer my soul the fear of his own victims.
Yeah, we will get onto that and the suffering. But yeah, I would recommend suffering last on that. First, a good old-fashioned earthquake. But yeah, does that again. I don't know what that's about. Besides, I think causing a terror on the guy.
Crow and the land.
If he was there.
Thank you, strange one. How may I repay your kindness?
Alright. Now then, the next thing, what I'm going to do here is go ahead and get to the fourth ghost. Because yeah, if people didn't realize, you probably noticed I didn't mention anything about the typhoon until now. But yeah, this is the point you need to do. Well, first we get some plasma, because yeah, I will say, if you take out the dragoon that early, you won't get as much plasma. Cause yeah, I did like really quick. Cause yeah, I think we had 400 plasma before, now it's only like 217 as a result. Which, whoopsie on my part on that. But yeah, basically you need to cause a typhoon, and then you need to cause distant thunder once we get there. Because basically we need to have thunder hit that tree there. But in order to have thunder hit stuff, you need to cause a high wind, so to say, to get this to work. Which is weird. Very weird. But yeah. I could be wrong about the typhoon, by the way. You may not need the typhoon at all, but I'm pretty sure I think you do. It's a bad part. They always cause some little bit of terror to someone here. Cause yeah, because now we don't have to worry about having to lose people in regards of the skull now, because it's actually fine. Cause yeah, I will say that if you run out of people for that, you lose. That's basically as simple as that. Yeah, may as well cause some terror to the guy who caused all this. Which, yeah, it's kind of funny. He's just walking around town now. I thought we kicked you out of town. And then I think about doing the flood. It's like, should I really do that? I don't know if we really should do that. More think about it. It's like, oh yeah. No, what I should have done, Widow Witch should have rain, I will say. Because I will say, I'm starting to realize I think she should have rain. Whoops, on my part. Yeah, so I'm just trying to figure out like how to do about this at the end of it. Because I need enough plasma for this. So it's got some more terror and stuff. Cause yeah, the delay inevitable until I get enough plasma for this. But, you know, being hard mode, it always loves it when it takes my plasma away like immediately. There we go, do 227. I think I need 230 if I recall. Or not, let's see. Next, then we do rain. Then we do thunder, which, yeah, that didn't work. So, it makes me wonder the typhoon has to happen. In that case. Yeah, this is the ghost I'm always conflicted on how about to do about this one a little bit. Sometimes. Yeah, it's not that for some reason. But I do think you need to cast Distant Thunder during the Typhoon though. Like, oh yeah, then he also has rain too. Cause yeah, I would say one good thing about Black Crow, he has rain. It's kind of surprising for an Earth character, but then again, when we cast Thunder, and boom! Just strike that tree. And dust. But yeah, I had to cut him off because like, oh crap, the plasma's going crazy. Cause yeah, I would like it if their talks pause the game, but they don't. It does not pause the game within. But I don't understand why they do that, but you know, as the saying goes. Alright, so now to get the stupid scarecrow, cause yeah, I gotta say. You just need cast rain. But yeah, luckily Stormtown has rain. So yeah, you just do that and then you cast Gore. And there we go. That's basically the ghost that you technically need at the end of the day. Yeah, you need 4 ghosts. Or you need to get the 4 ghosts in here, which is, wow, that's a lot. Alright, now to focus on turning on that guy specifically. Ruin this man's day. That's what he gets for trying to take a piece of land, freaking corporal. There's no doubt it's a corporal move. Get your stupid plant butt elsewhere. We don't need it. Especially as of recent with game and stuff. Anymore. We are consumers, not customers. We are customers, not consumers. God, I almost said that horribly wrong. As the thing goes. That's the saying I will say. Yeah, basically doesn't mess this guy's brain up bigger than crap. As he swallowed double times, he got chased by the dog. Oh yeah, now I'm trying to pull what is that? The F4 aspect, which yeah, boom. Been pretty good. I will know his bar is crazy high. Yeah, matter of fact, they're max. So, oh god. You have to do a lot to this guy. Yeah, let's go ahead and give him a phobia, shall we? Because that's a good part about the horseman is that he gives off phobia. My only problem about when it comes to Dragoon and another one in the future, you know the whole run around map thing? He does that. The thing is though, he doesn't really stay put, so to say, so he's just gonna run around the whole map until he gets around close to someone at the end of the day, which I'm gonna be honest is not really a great move to do. So let's go ahead and do Bury Alive though, which Bury Alive is, I think is a better swallow, if I recall. So it's like slightly better and stuff, and then I just trapped him. Good god. How bad could he get effed up? Really bad. So he's getting hit by all odds. And he's still taking it like a champ, though. You can't terrorize me, even though I got swallowed twice, I got chased by this dog, and then I got buried alive by this Indian guy. Good god. And thus I trapped him again, and then do strange vision. That's to mess this man's day up. Holy moly. So I'm just terrorizing the other people in the process. What is going on here? Why is he getting terrorized? But yeah, I got enough plasma to do Deadly Pursuit. Which Deadly Pursuit is a crazy move, I'll say, but the problem is you gotta strike it just right. Let's try to hit this right. Which luckily he's outside. He's not Dolfair or some crap like that, thank god. But no, you can just have him just Deadly Pursue him and off he goes. Now, sadly, that's still not enough. He's still taking the biggest bean you can just give out at the end of the day. And thus, he finally goes, though. After getting swallowed again. Good God. The trimmer goes scratch. And then I made him run the other way. God damn it. Wasn't real my intention on that, but oh well. Let's keep ruining this guy's day at the end of it, shall we? Getting our chase. Get out of here, moke. This thing goes. But that's basically it for Spooky Hollows, though. So tune in next time when we deal with the next levels here, which I believe it is gonna be the Ghost Breakers and the Lethal Metal Jacker or something like that. You'll see in the future. Or oh no, it's FMJ. But until then, people, I'll see you guys on next time. You guys take care and ciao. Thanks for watching. Until then, take care.
Now's our chance. We have to shove that bomb inside of him. Let's do it. What are you doing? Stop wasting time. He could wake up any second.